His ears are sensitive, don't mess them up.
I know a noble tale for the occasion to repay the night's story with. I am drunk, I know it. So you cannot blame me, but only where I come from. I tell a legend of a carpenter and his wife and how a clerk made a fool of the carpenter. I have a wife and I am not inquisitive about God's private matters, and neither should you. The carpenter was jealous and held his wife closely caged, for she was young and he was much older and judged himself to be likely made a cuckold. His wit was rude, and he didn't know Cato's teaching that instructed that men should wed their equal. Men should wed according to their own station in life, for youth and age are often at odds. But since he had fallen into the snare, he must endure his pain like other people. This young wife was fair, and her body, moreover, was as graceful and slim as any weasel, and surely she had a lecherous eye. Her eyebrows were arched and black as a strawberry, and partly plucked out to make them narrow. She was more delicious to look on than a young pear tree in bloom, and softer than a lamb's wool. In all this world there is no man so wise who could imagine such a wench, or so lively a little doll. Her hue shone more brightly than the noble newly forged in the tower, and as for her singing, it was as loud and lively as a swallow sitting on a barn, and she could skip and make merry as any kid or calf following its mother. Her mouth was as sweet as honeyed ale or mead, or a hoard of apples laid in the hay or heather. She was as skittish as a jolly colt, tall as a mast, and upright as a bull. This clerk was named Gentle Nicholas. He was well skilled in secret love and consolation. He was also sly and secretive about it, and as meek as a maiden to look upon. He had a chamber to himself in that lodging house, without any company, and handsomely decked with secret herbs, and he himself was as sweet as the root of licorice or any set wall. His Amagest and other books, great and small, his astrolabe which he used in art, and his counting stones for calculating, all lay neatly by themselves on the shelves at the head of his bed. This Absalom, so pretty and fine, went on this holy day with a censer, diligently incensing the wives of the parish, and he cast many longing looks on them, and especially on this carpenter's wife. To look at her seemed to him a sweet employment, as she was so sweet and proper and lusty. I dare say, if she had been a mouse and he a cat, he would have pounced on her immediately. And this sweet parish clerk had such a longing in his heart that the opportunity would take nothing from any wife. For courtesy, he said, he would take none.
It was just before the moon hung her weary, heavy head. The gallows and the graves of the milky cradle. This tear.
Okay, go.
You can stop. Go.
Are you not thinking?
Action.
Why are you in love with your husband?
He has money.
Why are you in love with Nicholas?
Yeah.
Why are you in love with Allison?
She reminds me of a weasel. Graceful and slim.
Why are you in love with Allison?
Well, she's more delicious to look at than a young pear tree in bloom.
Allison, I love you. I've come for a kiss.
I love another.
No, I need a kiss now.
Well, okay. It just turns in.
Yeah, I know.
Allison, I've come for another kiss. I've brought a golden ring.
He farts thunderously. Help! Water, water! How do you feel about Nicholas?
Oh, I hate Nicholas. Well, first of all, he tricks Allison into making me kiss her butt, and then second, he farts on me. Thunderously.
Why'd you do that to Absalom?
He was trying to steal my woman. I had to get back at him. However, thunderously could be.
Where were you during all of this?
Well, it's a funny story. I was on the roof of my barn. See, Nicholas had told us there was a flood that was going to kill us all, so I was face down praying. I think I fell asleep for a minute up there, and next thing I knew, I heard water, so I cut the tub down, and then I'm on the ground. And there's no water. And my wife left me. It's been a rough one. It's been real rough. But I'm holding together. Hopefully.
How do you feel about each other?
I swore by St. Thomas of Kent that I would do his will when I could see fit. She's pretty cool.
Here ends the Miller Tale.
Oh my goodness.